Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I've got a new airsoft pistol. Now the two I'm showing you aren't new, I've had these in my collection for a while, but they're worth talking about because they feed on to the one that I've just purchased. So these are replica Rugers. They're both made by ASG. This is the Mark 1 and this is the Mark 2. There are a few small differences between them. These are both metal framed with polymer grips, although the grips are different types. They both have the safety in the same position, they both have the Ruger styling. This one takes gas, as in green gas, red gas, whereas you can see the Mark II takes CO2. They both have about 15 round capacity in the magazines, and the magazine clip is on the bottom of the grip, which is exactly the same on both. This is much heavier. The Mark II is much heavier than the Mark 1. The Mark 1 is all polymer. It has a metal subframe, but this is polymer, the body's polymer and the grips are. Whereas the Mark II is metal barrel, metal subframe with a polymer body and of course grips. This makes this one much heavier. These are both 6mm, which in my opinion is the standard airsoft size. They have an approximately 412 FPS, and that's with 0.20 gram BBs. That makes them non-site legal here in the UK. They're both semi-auto only. I just love them. I just love them. Their styling is fantastic. The styling goes back, by the way, to 1940s. They're nice to hold, they're nice to grip, and of course if this was the real thing, this is your bolt, you actually pull this back. These are non-gas blowback. This one is so much heavier and nicer. I love this one. I love the styling of the grips. The foresight is one of these, they call them optics, but they're not actually, it's just a piece of plastic and the light shines in and makes it glow at the end. Very good for targeting in daylight. Rear sights on this one at the back, whereas the Mark 1 has this completely fully adjustable sights but just a fixed plastic foresight. Combined I think they look really good in my display. I love the fluting on this one. It's supposed to make it lighter, but because they're made out of different materials this is much heavier, but that's beside the point. Let's move these to one side out of camera, and this is what I've purchased. This is an Action Army AAP 01 Assassin. Box. Very nice box actually. It's got a lot of instructions on the front. It's not a toy, adult supervision required. Misuse or careless use may cause serious injury or death. Read all the instructions. Lots of stuff on the front here, saying that the buyer and the user has a duty to obey all laws. And this actually calls it an air gun, not an airsoft gun. Although it does say here Airsoft, Action Army Airsoft and accessories. I do like the packaging. Fantastic manual. This manual is brilliant. English and Chinese. Good quality hard cardboard paper. It's glossy paper. It's very nice. It's very well put together. Chinese and English, and the English is superb. Double page spread of the actual pistol, along with clear, precise markings of what is what on the pistol. I love these images where they actually gone to trouble to fade them out around the edges. It just looks really professional. And takedown instructions. Some things are ambidextrous on it, some things you need to reverse, and the instructions to do that are covered in this instruction manual. Very nice. So let's take a look at this pistol. Packaging, by the way, it's this press board, moulded press board, very environmentally friendly if you're into that sort of thing. So there's the pistol. You could probably see why I took a liking to it. It definitely goes with my other ASG pistols. In styling, after that it's a completely different story. This takes a Glock type magazine, 15 rounds, 16 at a push, maybe one in the barrel. Gas in the bottom, green gas, red gas, lubricant gas, maintenance gas, doesn't matter, it takes gas. It's all polymer with a metal subframe. The grips are integral to the actual moulding, and they're very nice grips as well. It feels absolutely brilliant. It feels better than these, to be honest. And this is blowback, so it actually has a bolt that comes back and goes forward. This is your safety with a red ring around it, means it will fire. If you push that down, the red ring disappears, comes out the other side, just the button. So whether you've got your hand along here, this can be reversed. So if you're left-handed, you can have it reversed the other way. The catch, the mag catch, locks back. It's on both sides already, this side and this side. So you can release it that way, or you can release it this way. It's got the Glock type trigger, where you can't actually pull the trigger unless your finger is covering the middle section, and I'll show you a close-up of that. And here you can see the little, I call it the Glock trigger. Now I know it's on more pistols than just the Glock, but it was originated by Glock. It's on the Mk4, PPQ, PP9's got one like it, I believe. So there's lots of pistols that have it, but I just refer to it as the Glock trigger. This is the mag release here. You push it with your thumb, but it is reversible, so I could strip this down, take this off and have it on this side. Rear sights are pretty much fixed, but they're these optical sights where the light comes in and you get two illuminated dots either side, a bit like the front sight on this one. And these are green, and the front sight is exactly the same setup, but it's red, and it makes quite a nice pattern because you get green, red, green. Fluting on this one, It's nice styling. I do like it. That's one of the reasons I wanted it. It has 2 holes here for a rail, so a rail can be mounted onto this, and it's got 2 holes under here for a rail. I actually prefer it in its clean state, just like this. Now the other thing this has that these other 2 don't is this has a 14mm counterclockwise threaded front end, so you can take it off. Now I've always wanted that on these, but they don't have it. This is fixed, as is this one. I toyed on making a silencer, suppressor for these, and I never got anything I was happy with. This is a different kettle of fish altogether. You literally buy an Airsoft mock suppressor or barrel extender, whatever you want to call them, and there it is. I think that is awesome. This is just a cheap 10 quid extender I purchased off eBay. I don't like the logos and things they put on them, so I just sprayed this one all black. But it's a very, very nice bit of kit. Doesn't have many markings on it. On the slide here it does say Cal 6mm BB. And over here it says read instructions before use, and that is it. Checkered grip on the back, linear on the front, these dimples, it just looks brilliant. It's got a nice bit of weight to it. It's sort of in between weight wise these 2. This is much heavier than this one, so it sort of sits there weight wise. Not very scientific, I know. Style wise, well, it's got to be that way for me. I just love that silencer on it. You can put whatever you want on the end of that. I've got some flash hiders coming for M16s. They're 14mm counterclockwise, they'll just go on the end. Got some pretty gnarly looking flash hiders coming. You obviously can have a much longer suppressor, or you can have it shorter. I personally happen to like the styling of this, and the sights are still raised above it, so it works quite well. Let's take it off. Just unscrew it. This screws back on in its place. And there you have it. This is the Action Army AAP Assassin 01. ASG Ruger Mark II. ASG Ruger Mark I. Me, they fit into the same family range. They're displayed together. Quick point of note, this can also be switched using the switch in here from semi-auto to full auto. So this is a switch here. It literally clips over to this side and you're in full auto. So you pull the bolt back, clip it the other side, release it, and you're in semi. I've also seen videos of this firing in full auto, and it is a beast. It dumps the magazine out extremely fast. As I said earlier, Glock magazines. So if you can get a nice long Glock magazine, one of the 100 rounds, you've got a pretty awesome bit of kit sitting there. Here is a 100 round Glock magazine. It's not the same make as this. It looks very close. The only difference is this one has a locking mechanism on both sides. This only has it on one. This is for a Wii. I'm going to put it in. Well, that fits. It holds back and it locks. See a bit. I don't think I've got any gas in it. No. So there we are. That fits really nice. On full auto, this will be a blast. But I love it. I just wanted to show it to you because it's the latest in my Airsoft replica collection. And here is where I've got it currently on my gun wall. And then next to it, then this row, I've got the Mk4. Then over here, near my Terminator, I've got the Mk2. I just think it looks brilliant. So thanks for watching, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you on another video. Cheers.